2014, my mom passed away from brain hemorrhage. I had to move from my home in Spartanburg, South Carolina to live with my big sister in Boston. I switched high schools 3 different times before finally settling in English high. Every single thing my mother owned was gone. No more elephants. When I was 18, I thought I wanted independence. I moved out of my sister's house in search of it, only to find that the real world was harsh. I had fake friends, false loves, and I never wanted my mommy more than when I was 19, homeless, and pregnant. Despite my efforts to find housing, I spent the first year of my daughter Catherine's life in a shelter. I was lucky. It was a nice place in Cambridge, a couple of windows, a small bed, and a TV that got 2 channels. But it was never home. I was there for a year and a half before being placed. In 2010, I gave birth to my second daughter, Audrey. I had just graduated from Lincoln Tech 2 weeks before she was born and had 0 job prospects. Without support, how was I supposed to raise my 2 daughters, go to school, and go to college? So I spent the next 2 years waiting for a break. Then my friend Monique suggested Europe. It offered support for my family life, a stipend, college credits, and a job in the field that I was interested in. The application process was rigorous. I nearly quit several times, but because I was at the top of the age cutoff, I knew that it was now or never. Believe it or not, the first week we played games every day. Naming favorite food, metamorphosis, the replicator. I woke up every morning, 5 a.m., dressed professionally, just to play games. But then I realized these games have a purpose. You can't be shy in front of somebody you play metamorphosis with. You cluck like a chicken, war like a dinosaur, spun like a fairy, all while playing Geralt's version of rock, paper, scissors. There was no ice to be broken. I've been close to people that I would have never known outside of the program. I was inspired by the students on my floor. I think of Amari and how she went from being so quiet to a confident public speaker. I think of James and how no obstacle around could stop him from achieving his goals at Europe. And I think of Sandra and how even with having her baby girl, she managed to stick with her responsibilities at the program. And thanks to my internship at Eaton Dance, I am no longer intimidated by the corporate world. I used to think, oh dear God, they wear suits, they're so serious, I don't fit in. But then I realized I belong here and anywhere else I want to go. My team made me fall in love with IT. Some people set crazy goals like, I want a Lamborghini and a Maserati. I want that mansion on the hill with a full-size basketball court and a jacuzzi in the back. But me, I just want a nice life, a pleasant place to live, and maybe a mini. At night, I want to tuck my girls into bed after having dinner. I want to be visible. My mom wasn't able to be there for these rituals, but I will be. I now have the skills to have a very successful career in IT. In fact, just recently, my contract was extended at Eaton Dance. My outlook on my future is now 100% positive. At Europe, I learned to get out of the program exactly what you put in. So I put in everything. And now, my life is going extremely bright.